If you want to be coached by someone that podiumed their first ever MXBGP LAN event, then click the MXB coach link in the description to book a one-on-one session with me now. Back to the video. Alrighty, what's going on, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video today. We're in a mouse mode part lobby and we're just going to be dialing in my GP setup. We've got GPs tonight. As I'm recording this, would have already happened by the time this video goes out. But yeah, no facecam. I do apologize, no facecam in this video because for some reason it wouldn't come on. I was turning it off and on and unplugging it, plugging it back in. Would not come on. So I don't know why. Don't know what's going on with that. We're on the KTM with the Triumph model again. We're just going to be dialing the bike in, and yeah, we'll see you boys on the gate for the race. Right then, we are now on the gate. I will say as well, I do have the sun right on my monitor, so I can't really see very well in the dark corners, I'm not going to lie. But it is what it is. We'll try this. I don't know why there's a lot of people on red ping. Don't know whether this is just my lobby or we've got a couple Aussies on. Don't really know. But we've got a few people on red ping in here. So this is going to be interesting. Like I said, I've not ridden this track in a very long time. I have just made my gear in longer because this track is very, very wide open. And the gearing that I had before was very, very short. So I've made it a little bit longer. So I'm hoping it, it makes it a little bit better. I'm not too sure how many people are actually in here. I think it's like 11, 12 people. Not too many. Usual probably stuff by the time that I'm, recording. But yeah, no new tracks on mod, so it wasn't really anything that I really wanted to do a video on. I couldn't really find any track that I wanted to do a video on, and nothing really that new at the minute. So yeah, hopefully something new comes out at some point. Everyone's bodied each other in that corner, and I've just got an easy hill shot, so I will take that. But yeah, this setup is a little bit stiff, I will say, for this track, but I don't know, I was running a little bit yesterday on some GP tracks and it felt nice, it felt quite good, so I think I will stick with this setup. I might even change it around a little bit. I might even do a little bit of practice and just try and figure out a setup. I just want to try and figure things out for outdoors, because obviously with GPs starting now, I don't know, I want to do quite well in it as I'm doing the full season. It'll be my first time actually doing a full season of GPs because I don't enjoy GPs very much, but I'm kind of hoping that changes this year. This is going to be my first time doing a full season. The team obviously want me to do it, so I'll do it. But yeah, hopefully it can be good. Hopefully we can do quite well in it. Hawkstone preseason went somewhat okay. Okay, these little rollers are the doom of me. But yeah, I was in 6th and then ran out of fuel, so that was nice. But yeah, preseason I would say went okay, to be fair, pretty decent. So yeah, hopefully we can sort of carry a bit of momentum going into round 1 and doing quite well. Linz, I believe, is commentating it as well, so he's not going to be racing it, he's going to be just full-on commentating it, alongside is what I was going to say, alongside Cupcake. So Cupcake is going to be doing his normal stream, so if you guys prefer Cupcake streaming, then you can still watch Cupcake. Linz isn't taking over Cupcake, he's just doing it with him. So I think I'd be watching the Linz stream. I can see what Linz is like commentating. I think it'd be nice to have someone with a bit of experience in the booth, to be honest. It'd be nice to have someone actually that knows what's going on. No offense to Cupcake, but great commentator. I think he does a great job every single week. It's very hard to commentate. Obviously, I've done commentating before. You guys know that. It is very hard sometimes to continuously commentate for an entire race. So, I give my props to him. He does it every week. He does a good job of it. However, there are a few bits every now and then where I don't think he has the motocross knowledge like Linz does. I feel like Linz is a lot more knowledgeable when it comes to either real life racing and MX bikes racing, obviously coming from racing it himself, being championship, 2-time championship winner, so outdoors and supercross. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to knowledge and everything, I think like Linz will be very good at that, knowing riders, knowing what their strengths are, weaknesses, things like that. He'll sort of know how riders ride, if that makes sense. I feel like Linz could definitely be very good at that, so we'll see what he's like. Obviously we're going to see how he actually does. You never know, he might absolutely hate it and he never wants to commentate again and he goes back to racing, so you never know, it could go two ways. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see how he does on commentating. I feel like he's going to be quite good at it. But like I said, that's no diss to Cupcake or anything like that. I think Cupcake does a very good job of what he does. It's very difficult to be a commentator, so I'm not dissing him by saying that. I'm just saying that I feel like Linz will be more knowledgeable with having the experience with the racing side of things and obviously knowing how the riders ride. So I feel like that's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to be sending my stuff to him as well. I'll send my stuff to Cupcake as well. Obviously, I'm not going to neglect Cupcake. I'll send my stuff to both of them. And then you never know. If I have a good race, I could watch the stream back and I could watch myself. And hopefully they have the gear and everything, because the amount of times I send my gear and stuff to Cupcake and he didn't download it was very, very frustrating. Like the Call of Duty Warzone set that we had for Friday Aerial, the round that I actually podiumed in, I actually got round 3. I actually got 3rd. I went 5-3-4 for a podium overall, which I'm very, very happy with. Nice to get a proper podium, proper triple crown podium, which is very nice. And yeah, I went to watch his stream back. I was like, oh, that'd be sick. Put the whole Call of Duty Warzone Triumph collab on the stream. He downloaded none of it. So that was really, really nice. That was really cool to have a massive FXR collab, you know, that took over the motocross, supercross scene, I guess you could say, for, you know, for the weekend. And yeah, he had none of it when I watched the stream back. So just little things like that, little frustrating things. I'm not sure why he doesn't download it. It's quite weird. Like, sometimes he'll tick it. He normally ticks it when he downloads it, but he didn't tick it. And I sent it to him like 2-3 hours before qualifying, which is when I normally do it. I'm not like, I'm not sending it to him like 5 minutes before qualifying expecting him to have it. I'm sending him it like hours and hours before qualifying even starts. So I don't really know why he doesn't download it sometimes, but that was a bit of a shame. But yeah, we went 5-3-4. Very happy with the riding. Feel like the riding was good. The starts as well. Isn't it funny how I get 3 good starts and then I get a podium? Like, I need to just sort my starts out because I just keep getting bad starts, and that's what screws me in Supercross. Supercross is very, very start dependent at the minute with these no rut tracks. They're very, very difficult to come through the field. As soon as you want to start pushing through the field, everyone's going the same speed and you're like 35 seconds back after about 3 or 4 laps. So it's very hard to come back through the field. But if you get a good start, it's kind of good to just hold that pace. If you hold that pace, be consistent, try not to crash a lot, you pretty much can finish within the few spaces that you start. Obviously, you have the quicker people that may pass you. But it makes your life a whole lot easier to get a good start in Supercross. So yeah, it's just, you know, top 3, top 5 starts every single race, and then we end up getting a podium overall, which I'm very, very happy with. Happy with that. I got good starts as well. That was very, very nice. But yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but it was a very, very stressful night before, because of the whole Triumph thing, and obviously I raced on the Yamaha. I would have had to be on the KTM to use the Triumph model that I'm currently using now. Obviously, I'm on the KTM now for outdoors. But for Supercross, I use the Yamaha. And so I'm just got 43 seconds of cuts. What is he? What lines is bro taking? But yeah, for me to use the Triumph, I would have had to be on the KTM, which meant changing bike less than 24 hours before the gate drop. Or qualifying, technically, because it's a triple crown. And you need to be top 18 to qualify for a triple crown. So it was very, very stressful. I was on and off the Yamaha, on and off the KTM, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I come to the conclusion that I was 3 seconds a lap quicker on the Yamaha than I was on the KTM. And I was like, I need to stay on this Yamaha because I'm going to do absolutely terrible if I go on the KTM here. So Ols made me a like black and fluorescent Yamaha, which it looked okay. I don't know why it didn't have any logos on it. It had literally like no sponsor logos on it whatsoever, which I thought was very weird, but I feel like it was like a rush kind of bike, which I don't blame him. Obviously he was making the bikes everyone else to Triumphs and things like that, so I was the odd one out on the Yamaha, so I think he just sort of rushed together a black and fluorescent bike for me, which I appreciate. He still made me a Yamaha bike, obviously. I did offer to just go to the black muck-off bike that we have. We have like the black rear end, obviously normal Club Max Yamaha. I did offer to use that, but he made me the black one, which was very nice. So it done the job. It obviously done the job, and we got onto the box with it. We got onto the podium with it, which is very nice. But yeah, we had to stick to the Yamaha. I could not stand that KTM. I could not get it around the track. I could not lug it around the course. It just would not do it. It would not work. So yeah, a little bit annoyed that I had a little bit of a stressful night before, but it's what it is. We figured it out. We got the job done, and yeah, we done well, which is nice. But yeah, we're coming to the awards, the end now. Bit of an easier race than I thought. This is why I normally do head starts in these races, but I feel like I can't do a head start every single time I do it, probably because you guys would have seen that multiple times by now. So yeah, we just wanted to do a normal race, just talk about aerial, talk about GPs coming up. We had quite a lot to talk about, to be fair. But yeah, coming across the line with the Dubski. But yeah, this Triumph model is very, very sick. Hopefully we can have a nice looking bike tonight for the GPs. Obviously I'm saying tonight because I'm recording this tonight. It would have already happened by the time this video goes out. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.